launched by the HMO, transferred by CSR IICT. The know-how has been further developed into food product like SDG Healthcare. I call upon Dr. N.S. Director SDG Healthcare Private Limited, Dr. N. Pranav, CEO for you, and from CSR IICT, Dr. A.K. Tiwari, Dr. Suresh Babu, Dr. M. Mohan, Dr. D. Sailaja. Big round of applause for the initial natural products formulation know-how transferred by CS. The know-how has been further developed into food products by SDG Healthcare. Thank the honorable minister and the dignitaries from the dais. Very, very thankful.
Dr. Jitendra Singh, Dr. Srinivasan Reddy, Director, CSIR IICT, dignitaries, and I'm on ISO Association of India is one of the largest and oldest level association representing pesticide industry in India and globally. Established from all over India. We started as an engineer research laboratory under CSIR in the beginning, have traveled long way to become one of the first and dynamic CSIR. In the world. In the product, here I would like to give one example. The partner of IICT, the popular product, the chloropyrifos, was broad-spectrum molecules, only was manufactured by multinational Dow Chemicals, and the company had a global monopoly. It was developed chloropyrifos engineering and transfer the technology to the Indian industry along with the registration assistance. Here I want to stress upon, give some more importance. Registration is a key process for available and manufacturer and one good problem is that now soft manufacturing and working from India for the last several years. And this is and on behalf of the Indian pesticide industry, I think continued cooperation in the best interest of projects of Indian farming community and development in my pesticide. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your comments. Permission, very, very kind announcement, please.
President Krishna Ella, Vice Chairman of Biotech, and Raju Dave of SLC India Limited, and other scientists, research scholars, students. The India is the former
flow reactors are dilutions and extractions. Since we can see this
Hyderabad is also known as the
going
wax
into the flow
capital
reactor
of
and
India.
a dilute product is
Since
obtained water.
the
The
COVID
principle of this
onwards,
flow reactor is
Hyderabad face a
where
apart from borders and
joined here
formation,
at this
you have
point
to
and
convert
they
into
split and
waxes also.
recombine.
Hyderabad has garnered appreciation from across the globe for innovating and supplying COVID drugs, especially the heartbreak. The journey of pharmaceutical industry in Hyderabad. Hyderabad embarked with a journey in pharma sector way back in 19th century. It started with the health department being established in 1886 by Nizam Singh. IPM buildings in Narayanagura for producing vaccine for plasma.
Air purifier. So this device
The modern pharma journey of
filtering the
Hyderabad
air inside the room
started
actually
with
in
the
a closed
establishment of
room.
IDPL in
So this will be
1961.
having two suction inlets. One is in the front and
Since
one is in the
then,
back side. In that there
with
will
the
be a
relevant
membrane
knowledge,
coated with a copper
skill,
oxide based
and
nanoparticle.
the
So
interpreted hunger
when the air is passed
of the
through that,
people
the
of the state
nanoparticle
put
coated on the
Hyderabad
membrane will
into
be
the global
neutralizing the
map of
COVID-19
pharma.
virus or any other bacteria. And only the
With
purified
the
air will come out
adequate
through this vent.
initiatives of government, Telangana government or AP government,
So fans actually with the membrane with the same
the
nanoparticle.
current
So
journey
and
of
it will be
pharmaceutical
connected to a
industry in
power bank.
Hyderabad or
When it is
Telangana.
connected and when wearer uses the
State
air will automatically
800
suck the
vaccines
fans and the filtered air
for
will enter into
pharma
the
and
purchasing chamber. And
out
through
of
exhaust
800,
water
more
air
than
will
100
release.
points
So
are
the main purpose of
inspected
this
and by
using for long runs with company called IICT based in Bangalore and they are
the
manufacturing and
around
selling this.
10,000 crores as on today means nearly $1.5 billion worth of investment has done
This
already
is
by
like a mechanical
various
ventilator.
government.
We attach it physically,
10,000
press
crores in
it.
Hyderabad.
And doctor based on the patient condition,
And
the
we,
doctor can adjust
MSN,
BP1
with
carbon
Hamburg
dioxide
meeting in
oxide.
2003, MSN Group has become the strong company for 12,000 crores of in years alone.
Why
We have filed
water has to be
445
used for all the
regular
people?
files.
Means
This is the
mainly
world largest
we are
file
taking
in
the acidic,
the global.
acidic food. So to neutralize the
You find more than 800
metabolism of the
patents
body.
in the
So the
global
acidic
level,
water is very
out
important.
of which
Alkaline water is very
majority
important.
has already
by
granted.
No,
Remaining
it is friend of
for
Sridhar.
survival use.
That's it.
Yes, that's Sridhar. Yes, Sridhar.
You have 21 manufacturing sites.
This technology
Hyderabad,
for all the people, like above
we
30 or
want to
35 age
mention to
people,
the
to
contract
neutralize
development
and
and
smooth functioning of
manufacturing
metabolism.
in the domain
So this is the batch model, which is recently
entering into
patented
emerging
technology
markets.
and
to expand
developed
our
by
reach.
process engineering
Just
technology
thank
through Dr.
you very
Sridhar.
much.
And we have transferred the technology to Atros Water Ionizer, Pune-based company.
Thank you, sir. Request Dr. Krishna Ella to kindly please.
And here we have one
Together for
more
Dr.
technology,
Krishna
that's ultra pure water. It is also called demineralized water. There are preparations in the R&D sector as well as
I just want to say a few
and other
things from my heart.
other
I'm telling you, we have an
societies.
amazing
And it is
science and
also
technology
involved
ministry.
in so many
When you tell him the first sentence, he knows what I'm going to talk second and third.
this technology was
You know, that's a very few people get that vision. I'm telling you honestly, don't think that it comes by everybody gets it. It comes with a certain vision. Because he can read what issues are, when I say first one, he knows what my second and third. So that means it's a vision. And I'm very honest, he's a medical doctor. My wife, everybody said your husband is a doctor. No, he's a permanently head damaged PhD guy.
Thank you.
So he's a real doctor. So I think it's really honored having him. And 1 week, one lab. And many people will look at very skeptically and all that.
This is called as
But he's also revitalizing a lot of things. What leadership does, he's revitalizing.
water from the thin air of atmosphere.
You may feel, it's all nothing. No, we are a very negative society all the time. We always think leadership. But I'm a commercial organization, I'm not talking about commercial.
Again, it will be
You see a change of the spectrum now, academic become more industrial, and the industry becomes more
we
active.
will be using remineralizing cartridge to remineralize the
Okay,
water, and
so
this cartridge
you
is
see a trend, it's good
portable for
actually, it's good to have that opposite trend
we can able to produce
happening.
150
It's
liters
good to
per
have.
day.
And I'm seeing a lot of academic health too. Something is important for us as a country. I don't want to tell the name of the country. When I was in that country with the earlier science and technology minister, they're saying, I asked him, what is the policy vision of the scientific policy vision of the country is. They didn't disclose anything. After the night drink, lot of drinks, one guy said, one thing to less my strategy of planning is your next planning. What is your next strategy for your country? He said, what is important is probably the next level of innovation. And that's a challenge. Let's see a problem with our science, including academic and industry, but they're not differentiated. We have Z, SK. We're scared of taking risks, going to fail. How my wife is going to divorce me, or how my wife is going to put me down.
Along with this, we
We
have
are
a
all
sidewise
scared.
reaction
My colleagues are
in
going to
which
put me
the
down. And I think
polymer
this
break
is
into
some
oligomers, and
scariness in
that will
us.
react with
And I think we get rid of that
forms of
scariness out from this. I said, we did one. You tell me one thing. From IICT to go to my Gachibowli in my house, what is my chance of survival this today? 50%. 50% I may alive, 50% I may die in an all industry oriented problem. Instead of that, we should look at what country should be next. What our country should be next to move forward. And as a team, what we can work. In that project is not of your interest. Because you tell us, but one project, what society does. What society? That's not well of this. That think about society, country, and we can move forward as a country, as a innovative country. Thank you very much.
Electrochemistry. From this we are going to providing the power supply. And here is the electroflow reactor. We
May I
are
request the
laser anodes here and anode here. And the reaction mixture coming like we are using this pump to pump the solution.
Please put your hands together for.
And the outcoming solution is going to this photoflow reactor which we have designed. And we have placed it around like 450 degree angle. And here we have this NDR. If there is no light, we have this heating reactor which heat up to around like 400 degrees Celsius. We can provide the heating. The same outcome to alcohol or something, we can capitalize in the language. Then we are designing this membrane separator, hydrophobic membrane, which pass the organic layer and oppose the water layer. So water layer is coming on this side and the organic layer is coming on this side. And now we do direct rotor, the organic layer is going to this side over for evaporation. This is like a indicating process. Many steps. We have placed a membrane, hydrophobic membrane. Allow organic to pass. So organic is coming to this side, which is connected to which is indicating pesticide like this Siglitazone, we have synthesized in carton, ibuprofen. These all the drugs we have synthesized in lab using these.
has had a wide exposure. He's taken over this assignment right from the northernmost lab. Where he was born, when Reddy was the midwife. So the birth took place at IIICT.
So this stall is mainly meant for more than scientific perspective into Ayurveda. It's complete system. So here we are just isolating our individual components from the Ayurvedic system, from these plants. So for this process, we will isolate individual components from this plant, and after that, we will extract by using different solvents like ethanol, methanol, water, and everything. And after that, we will do all the chromatographic techniques from this crude extract, from this all the components, individual mixture of the components. We will isolate individual components. From this individual components, whatever the component that we identified, whether these are the compounds or something sugars, for that confirmation purpose, use some analytical techniques for the confirmation. Both NMR and mass spec we will use. After that, once we got confirmation, here we want to check the cellular toxicity. For that purpose, we will use human cells and mouse cells, both human and mouse, and finally we will check it for cell viability. Here we will check whether these are toxic or not toxic. Based on by using MTTSA, we will confirm these compounds are toxic or not toxic. Once we got confirmation, we will check further toxicity in animals. Once animals, after that we will give the doses into the animals, and after that we will isolate these organs from these animals, and we will do this toxicity. Here we will embed our tissues into different. We will embed these tissues into this wax tissue and wax, and after that we will do sectioning, and finally these sections we will read in this microscope whether these compounds are toxic or not. This complete system, we will use all the modern techniques to prove our Ayurvedic system is very good. At the same time, from this Ayurveda, we can develop very new components which are very active for the biological system.
Then I have one question, ma'am. So, do you extract individual component in Ayurveda, or are you going to use as crude?
No, individual components from Ayurveda. Individual components. That is our main goal. And at the same time, sir, we will use individual sometimes, sir, whatever the component that we isolated from the system, it won't be that much active. So that is the reason we will isolate individual components, and we will combine the combinations. We will see which compound is more responsible for that activity. Yes, we want to provide a scientific data for this.
Okay. Do you name any drug or medicine which is used in Ayurveda, which is containing only one individual drug?
Vincristine and vinblastine. What is anti-cancer we will use?
Yes, it is in allopathy they use for anti-cancer.
Anti-cancer.
But you are explaining about Ayurveda. How can you defend?
So here, sir, in Ayurveda, mostly all are little bit crude only. Crude means it is 2 to 3 combinations. But here our main motto is we will identify individually, but we will check the biological. Here also we will do combination. If combination it is working, we will use as a drug in combination only. But we are isolating individually to check the property of that drug, individual component. So we can conclude that if individually it will be active, in combinations it will be active. So we are proving sometimes in some plants individually it won't be active. In combination it shows very active. For that we have to show the scientific data. Individually it won't work, in combination only it is working. But whatever the component that is present in the plant, all are not active components. Only few are active. So those active components we will isolate from this by using these techniques. These are the pancreatic cells, sir. So these are the pancreatic cells from this. And in our lab, we will do all the protein crystallography also.
Can we see with eyes?
You can see with your eyes.
Yes, we are addressed. Yeah, please address.
No, from this, because this is stereo microscope, sir. You can't see this.
The concept of having back just take this. Because I mentioned already in set of time,
ఇది రావట్లేదు సార్
It is live.
Yeah, yes sir, in live.
And then among the earlier ones in the next 2-3 years was this one, Hyderabad, a close to the and then it runs under the series of days of normal integrated activities named today CSIR. And without being a good one of them is written in a one of the letters is written in a different color. I think time has come to make I little bold and a different shade. But hats off to those founding fathers who had visualized this right from the beginning, which is now being visualized and now being realized much more. that industry has to be an important component of research and our scientific initiatives. And that was visualized at the time when industry in India was in a very primitive stage. Some might in the way, maybe because of the different priorities and the different dispensations that we held, this did not happen, or this did not evolve in the manner it could have, and we benefited partly when we saw it. But luckily now we have Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, this is the Prime Minister since 2014. Virtually each of his Independence Day address carries one or the other scientific thing. It's quite unlike the Prime Ministerial addresses we have. For example, 2014 he speaks
These
about
are the pancreatic cells.
clearly in the slide.
So whatever the pancreas that we have in this vial is having pancreas, the same cells are this. So whatever the compound that we want to screen, we will screen on these cell lines, initially, in vitro system. At the same time, our lab works on bacterial protein system also, sir. Bhavita will explain. Yes. Yeah, now it is visible. The same, it's a light imaging.
Right.
Yeah. So you can actually see something. Collaborate on the so our lab not only works on cell lines, so we also do స్వర్ణాన్ని సార్ వర్క్ చేసింది ఆ ల్యాబ్లో మేము మ్యాక్సిమం ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఈ పార్టే ఎక్కువ వర్క్ చేస్తాం సార్ ఈ పార్ట్ క్రెడిట్ అంతా డాక్టర్ సార్ బాగా చేస్తుంది సార్ పని మాత్రం చాలా డెడికేటెడ్ సో డెడికేటెడ్ ఫార్మా వన్నీ మేము చేస్తాం సార్ మాకు ఈ పార్ట్ మరి ఏం చేస్తాం ఏదో పెట్టాలి కదా ఒట్టిగా మన కాన్ఫరెన్స్
Yeah. Now it is. Yes.
బట్ ఎవరి ఇండివిజువల్ వై సెలెక్ట్ చేయండి అది సతీష్ natural product isolation. Yeah, try to isolate some important for its biological properties. So basically we are trying to understand the mechanism how biological constant that are being isolated from the plant is actually trying to interact with the drug target. So apart from this, we also try to do some target identification, like the weak molecules based on structure of the protein. So this structure is actually coming from the X-ray crystallization that we try to crystallize a protein. So those proteins, they can be important for any pathogenic organism. So for example, that can be virus, that can be bacteria, that can be fungus. So we try to identify the drug target protein, and we look at the structure, we synthesize any small molecules, and we try to go for in vitro assays. So those in vitro assays that can be in cell lines, or we directly try to develop a biological assays against the target protein that will inactivate the protein, or sometimes it can also enhance the protein. So during this process, we also take it towards in vivo or preclinical studies, as she explained. It is done in mice or rats to understand the efficacy, to understand its toxicity, and also to understand its absorption, metabolism, or integration of the drug molecule. And finally, we go for IND filing, which gives us an information about the safety of the drug. So the whole procedure from drug target identification to its validation, and in vivo studies are done in our lab.
Thank you. Basic. Anyhow, so the basic idea behind this, if I ask a question, what is the difference between natural product extraction and Ayurvedic extraction?
When the government is here, the Prime Minister Person holding meeting for all together, we will just see. But there will be the cost. First of all, if we do an institutionalized thinking, we will be able to realize where the process is. Normally what happens is, that a political functionary comes and is and of course,
These are what these are
so we find an opportunity to carry on with the
natural farming.
because there is a newspaper, I can also go.
Because of their own
मंत्री अभी दिया था